Welcome to Storm Drivers. This time we got you the 10 best graphics cards that are available in your box in 2016. At number 10 we got the GTX 750 Ti. It's clocked around 1176 MHz, memory about 2 GB, consists of one HDMI and one DVI port. It costs about $100. Mid-range graphics card, it can run any game at medium to low settings. But still some of the latest games may lag a bit. You know, the Crysis 3 may still lag in that card, but still a pretty good card, and if your budget is a little tight, you can go for it. At number 9 we got the GTX 1060. Its clock processor speed is 1.5 GHz, its memory is about 8 GB GDDR5. It got a length of about 249.5mm. It's got one HDMI port and one dual-link DVI. Brilliant 1080p performance, great overclocker, no SLI compatibility though. Though it might bear resemblance to the 1070 and 1080, the $300 GTX 1060 Founders Edition is more aligned with Nvidia's more expensive GeForce 980. Thanks to AMD's competitively priced RX 480, which promises both 1080p and aggressive gaming, Nvidia was hurried into launching a similar gaming at an aggressive price point. Nvidia, well, you did a good job. Ended the GTX 1060, a mid-range graphics that can handle about anything at a full HD resolution, and even some titles at 1440 pixels without too much of an impact on the frame rate. To gamers, yeah, it not maybe of a high class, but still packs a punch. At number 8 we got RX 480. Its clock speed is around 1120 MHz. It's got brilliant 1080p performance. It even beats the GTX 980. It can run almost any game at 1080p and in some cases in 1440 pixels. It may not reach the 60 FPS mark, but it's a good option if you're at a tight budget. It can run almost all the games at high quality without even the slightest of lags. It's preferred for the mid-range graphics card. If you're interested in overclocking with AMD's new Wattman utility, the RX 480 can move faster than a GTX 980. You can really buy it. At number 7 we got the GeForce GTX 970. It's clocked around 1164 MHz, memory of around 4 GB. It's one of the best graphics card under $300, best performing at 1080p as well as 1440 pixels, but when it comes to 4K gaming it may lag a bit, but still one of the best. Featuring 1664 stream processor, a core clock of 1140 MHz and 4 GB of memory, the GTX 970 offers the mainstream performance you will be looking for without breaking the bank. At number 6 we got the R9 Tri-X 390X. Lower than GTX 980, triple fan cooler from Sapphire, GDDR5 memory rather than the HBM 375W power consumption. When it comes to cost, the R9 lies between Nvidia's GTX 970 and 980 cards. It often gets the better of the former 970 cards, though in some games the 970 cards may perform a little better, but that's conditional. Well, Tri-90X may produce blistering frame rates at resolutions up to 2560 and 1440 with all the graphics details up to 10, but still it quite doesn't meet up the expectations with the cost, so you might stay away if you're on a tight budget. At number 5 we got the GeForce 1070. It's clocked about 1.6 GHz, memory of around 8 GB DDR5. It has strong 1440 pixel performance. We all know that the 1440 pixels is a new 1080p, and so does Nvidia. That's why it's taking the new Pascal architecture and devised a GTX 1070 complete with a 1.6 GHz based processor which can be overclocked, and moreover it has strong performance and a Titan X. But it costs a little more, around $584. At number 4 we got the Sapphire Radeon R9 Nano. Its core clock speed is around 1 GHz, memory of around 4 GB. It's relatively small in size, but the small size doesn't make it any cheaper. Not quite as powerful as a Fury X, but still It's quite packed the punch. Although the clock speed is 5% lower, but because the power envelope drops to just 175 watt, you don't need a hardy power supply to boot it. In short, it's although small, less clock speed, still it can run most of the games in 1080p and it's as powerful as it gets. At number 3, we got the Radeon R9 Fury X. It got 4096 Extreme processors, core clock speed of around 1050 MHz, memory of around 4GB. With over 4000 stream processor, it has high bandwidth memory, but it struggles at 4K display. Although it can easily handle any games at 1080p, and in most cases even in 1440 pixels. But don't forget, R9 Fury X was the best that AMD has to offer at one point of time. Hauling all-in-one liquid cooling system and the latest bandwidth memory technology may seem like a heavy workload, but R9 Fury X pulls it all off the same. There is a catch, however, to what appears to be a future-proof gaming spectacle. At number 2, we got the NVIDIA GTX 980. With a clock speed of around 1253 MHz and stream processors of around 2816, it can even beat the great of the greatest graphics card. It's closer to the GTX 1080, even closer to the GTX 1080 with OC, and it also costs nearly as much as the GTX 1080, only worth it for high-resolution gaming. But it gets beaten by the GTX 1080 in terms of memory, video memory I mean. GTX 980 offers a higher clock speed, and with the right amount of overclocking, it can even beat that card. At number 1, we got the GeForce GTX 1080. It's got 2560 stream processor, core clock speed of around 1.6 GHz. For great all-round performance, it makes 4K gaming viable, but it's very expensive. If you want a proper entry into 4K gaming, you're looking at the right card. With the launch of NVIDIA's Pascal architecture, you can get the performance of two 980 Ti's for a GTX 1080. But of course, the price of the card may not fall in your budget. But after buying this card, you won't regret it. Well, this is our top 10 videos. What do you think about our choices? Please do comment in the comment section below, and please give a thumbs up for this video. And please subscribe to our channel for more of these videos. Goodbye.